there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Eh. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Hey. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Titan Esports. I'm Ultravox and this is Satyr, and we are bringing you the Vanquisher League, featuring the top two teams, Pride Stalker Esports versus the Primordial Spire. Satyr, got any thoughts going into this one?
No, this is my new team. This is the one I'm really inspired. The Primordial. They're the ones. They're the ones I want to be watching. I have a very good relationship with a couple of the players. I've had a good chat with a few of them about their drafting style, the way they like to play, and I think they're very good at what they do, and they've proven it week in, week out. And we will be jumping into draft very soon. There is obviously some new graphics coming through. It's mostly actually my background here. It's actually showing up. So I am actually the pick. I could put my pentakill tattoo into one of these boxes. Whoa. And just become the king. But no, I'm very excited. Obviously, so before anyone asks, Romeo is not going to be here. Romeo has gotten a stage show where he's going to be going up on stage and pretending to have a hairline. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. But he will be stepping out, so Ultravox is going to be our new Vanquisher caster, and I'm very delighted to have him here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here as well. Always nice to witness some good old-fashioned Vanquisher action. I'm really hyped today. I know we've seen Primordial Spire, we've seen Pride Stalker before. Like you said, Primordial looks fantastic. I'm really interested to see what they're going to be bringing to the table. Is this the entire draft that just went through? Okay. All right.
All right, hold on.
No problem. We also have Twitch chat saying the sides are incorrect. So can we get a confirmation?
PSE is on red side, yes, because Presidium is on the other side. But the first pick is Seraphine, leaves the flex in, so they can put that anywhere, but they'll end up going support. But they took the Orianna on the other side along with Varus, which shows their mid and bot immediately, which they could flex the Varus to top, but it would be a bit of a strange pick. But Volibear locks that down, because Volibear is one of the one champions that can actually take care of the Varus on the top side and keep it there, because you just have range, you can farm, and you also have that chase potential. That's great. And Hwei is a good matchup into Orianna. It's not safe, it's not aggressive, but it does have the ability to control the lane and stop Orianna from just farming safely. You can push her back into it. Jarvan, best pick in the game. Absolutely wonderful. Just everyone just picks Jarvan, you'll win every team fight. Second phase of bans. I'm confused by the Nyla and the Misfortune bans. I know it works well with Seraphine, but you're leaving the opportunity for Jolts to get a much stronger top or a much stronger jungle. And I would rather a weaker top side if you're saving that for last pick anyway. So that doesn't connect with me. And then on the other side, we have Darius coming through first. They're saving the ADC to keep that flex up for the bot side. They go Nautilus, really good. And then Jax, brilliant pick into Darius because it does have pressure. Kai'Sa, brilliant ADC. That's the draft, okay? We can go straight to the game. Don't worry about it. We got it.
Let's go into the game. All right, let's go get it. Unfortunately, couldn't do this one live, but look at how pretty these new graphics are, right? This looks fantastic.
Everything looks great. Like functionality comes second when it comes to QA design. Never worry about it. But we wanted to get through draft as quick as possible so we can jump straight into game. And look, I'm excited. I really want to see what the setup is going to be, and I'm looking forward to seeing Iconic with press the attack. He's going aggro bear.
Yeah, that's I would say that's pretty good on jungle. You get that bonus damage when your teammates hit him. It applies on your W. So like that rune choice there. Probably going to be looking for some strong early game plays. Keep up with Kapitai over on that Jarvan, that notorious early ganking jungler. If they both do start on the top sides, I like it for both of them. Following up on Nautilus makes for some pretty easy ganks. So Kapitai, you can see why he wants to go bot there. He will be walked on though. And TPS managed to get the ward down for some early vision. We have a counter invade on the other side. They're just going to walk in and get that ward on the red buff as well. So vision on both sides, information on both teams.
Yeah, unless the Kapitai is going to start on the top side, or he's going to try to get that recall off in the bush in time and wrap his way back around. And he's not going to go for recall, he's going to wrap straight back around to try and bait out the red topside start, so they won't have too much information, but they'll have a lot more information for themselves. PSE do win out on that level 1 warding war, as Flamingo and Jolts, they want to fight this one, and Jolts usually gets the better of these because those bleed stacks hurt in those early stages.
Oh yeah, 100%. You've had a lot of good things to say about Jolts' Darius as well before, right?
Yeah, I really enjoy watching someone that just becomes the raid boss as soon as they pick something. It's like most people need to scale into it. Jolts just is the raid boss, and I really look forward to seeing what they can do again. But for the moment, Obongo is playing his way into the Orianna. I want to see good control there, and time to be bought for this Volibear to get to that level 6, to get those dives off correctly, while bot lane, maybe a little bit more aggression down there from Glory and Storm. They should be able to control that and do the damage, as long as Alpaca doesn't go a little bit too, let's say, Nautilus mode, because sometimes they can just go full Nautilus and just start wrecking stuff.
Yep, we gotta watch that out. Oh, and he will be immediately going Nautilus mode, as you say. Gets that hook, gets that nice trade onto Glory. Looking good already. Junglers actually both gonna be starting bottom side, like you were saying. We had full vision of Iconic the entire time, so PSE should be tracking him pretty well. Flamingo hopefully will get that wave pushed in and then back off before getting attacked by the wild electric bear. So have to see how they're doing up there. CS lead means that they probably have they have the level advantage, the push advantage. Looks like they got it and they're starting to back off.
Yeah, they're going to step off. They're going to play this one a little bit safer. They don't want to have too much of a hard time because they don't want to be stuck under that tower too much either. So they're playing with the rule of which is worse, and dive potential is there, but Jarvan, I don't think he's going to be heading bot too early. I think Kapatai from the previous times we saw him is quite slow to get started, likes that full clear, likes that level 4, then likes to move around the map. But PSE, one of my favorite teams to watch at the moment. I really do enjoy watching Presidium in this mid lane. Great control. And we always see game 1 they play safe, game 2 to go aggressive, but Kapatai will find the bear. There it is, Flamingo.
Bear spotted out, Counter-Strike already popped, Flamingo trying to run away. Now Iconic will be able to slow him down, and Jolts has the Ghost as well. We have the Flag and Drag to knock both of them up. Jolts drops pretty low, Flamingo flashes away, but a flash follow gets first blood for Iconic. He will continue to slap down Kapatai, but Presidium has joined the fray as well, walking up through the river. Jolts has completely exited the fight, but Iconic's doing so much damage. Manages to get the second kill as well, despite Presidium showing up. Alpaca shows up as well, but it's a little bit too late. And TPS have an amazing showing in this first fight.
Yeah, brilliant work there to get that started. That's the strength of that volley bear early, as you're saying, aggro bear with that press T attack. The damage just comes from absolutely nowhere. You get your Q, 1 stack, W, 2nd stack, and then suddenly it's like, I don't think I can take this. And then the second W that reprocs the passive absolutely shreds anyone in these early stages. And Kapatai does like to get that level 4, does like to be strong in the jungle. This is a major setback for Kapatai now, and it'll be a lot of work put in from the Jarvan to try to get back into this one.
Yeah, definitely. I think at the very least, Flamingo has this huge wave stacked up, but does continue to fight in it instead of just letting it push towards him. Now he's in a really bad spot. This could be fatal for him. Iconic's coming straight back up to the top side as well. Flamingo's dropped so low. And this is the dive angle if I've ever seen one, but Iconic doesn't want to go for it. Just wants to opt to do the grubs. Maybe Jolts will try to finish off Flamingo by himself, but we have Kapatai coming up here as well. Looks like Jolts is backing off to help with these grubbos.
Yeah, a good pull back there, I think, from Jolts to just realize that there is the opportunity to get the objective nice and early, and it will help them out in the long run. Like, you have to think just ahead. It's not solo queue. This is competitive, and this is a very competitive league as well. So you have to be able to think on your toes and go, look, we need to be able to step in here. We need to get these objectives down so we can control that map just that much better. Alpaca is going to roam up to this mid lane as well. Obongo needs to be careful here because Nautilus and Orianna is a very strong combo, especially once that level 6 comes through. But Presidium slightly behind right now, and they realize it and step off, and they try to go towards this Drake, I believe.
Yeah, the Drake should be the trade back given the grub situation, but are they going to be able to make it down there to collect it? Storm and Glory are about to have some big priority. They can get the push whenever they want, just with Seraphine's tremendous wave clear power. I think that might actually get pretty tough for Kapatai to secure this one, given the timing. So could definitely be another fight. And if there is, I'm still favoring Iconic on this bear 2-0. He opted for the cooldown boots, so gonna give him that extra speed to move around, early smites, and eventually cooldown on his ultimate for more dives as well. Kapatai's clearing out this ward. Glory and Storm have to play pretty carefully until Iconic can join them.
Nice pull back into the tower range there from Jolts. And Flamingo is in a lot of trouble here. Can Jolts chase this one down? No Ghost available, and the jump will do enough for Flamingo, but the pressure and presence is there for the Darius already. But Iconic looking towards this bot side instead of the Drake. They're going for this one. Alpaca's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, he has to flash out of there. He's got Aftershock, helps him stay alive. Chaos popping the Ghost, gonna start to chase down Iconic. Gets slowed down by Storm Seraphine, but we have the hook landing onto Iconic with the Shockwave as well. The shutdown goes over to the Varus, but the Hui ultimate will slay Kapitai and force Chaos to flash away as well. Obongo with the response, he followed through with the play. Alpaca potentially looking for another aggressive hook here, but no flash is available. All the members of TPS are starting to back off of this one. What else can they do? I think the play will be over with 1-for-1 on both sides.
Yeah, they'll have to pull back from that one. So a little bit over egregious there, I think, from the side of TPS. I think they were going a little bit too aggressive there. Iconic had a good catch, but Alpaca did have the flash. And with the low level coming through from Seraphine without having that ult, you are in a little bit of a situation. But they do get up to level 5 now, and they're trying to stop Chaos, but there goes the stack. Decent damage, but Iconic is back.
Yeah, Iconic just immediately walked back towards the bot side. The corrupting chains will be popped to try to take down Storm, but the arrow will miss. Chaos just gets slapped down as Iconic shows his head once again down on the bot side and wants to start moving towards this dragon as well. Will Kapitai and Alpaca have anything to say about it?
Yeah, let's see what they can do. If they can get this Drake, that puts themselves in really good position objective-wise to unlock win conditions, but Alpaca doesn't care about that and just wants to hit anything that comes his way with that anchor just absolutely flying through the skies. Kapatai's here to contest. Iconic has the ult. Obongo will be later than the Orianna, so they could be giving up this Drake, which is not what they need right now. They need to be getting these ones. Chaos has no ult, but is joining the fight. Let's see what Chaos can do here.
Yeah, he's respawned and steps back forward. The hook lands on Iconic. He's forced to ult away. Volibear ultimate as an escape means that Kapitai can secure this dragon as well. Finally, it's time for PSE to get the trade back, but Jolt's flashes of the wall, attacking Flamingo, and he's going to chop him down with the ultimate too. All right, Jolt's showing his dominance on the top side.
Yeah, Flamingo doesn't have a leg to stand on, which is strange because usually they have at least one. But no, it's that raid boss slowly getting activated. Those assists coming through now, getting their first kill. The TP will come through for Flamingo to get back to catch that wave, so try to keep that CS lead going. But it's the rest of the map that they kind of have to worry about, because if Jolts gets one opportunity on that tower, they're going to shred through it with the grub bonus and then the reset of autos and Darius' base damage alone. It's just way too much going on, but they do a vision of Iconic right now. The grubs will be the next big fight, and I think just with the Orianna and Jarvan combo that we saw in the bot side, they do have enough presence to contest it, but Iconic needs to be a little bit more careful with how they position, because they're just getting picked off slightly by Chaos, and they're all in on to Alpaca. Didn't work out the last time, so although they do win against the likes of the Jarvan and the Jax, against the bot side, not as much. Chaos and Alpaca are quite strong, so we have to watch for those rotates to see where bot goes, because bot, that's a big question mark for me, because Varus is not a balanced champion.
All right.
We've spoke about it before. I don't like the Varus.
Yep. Varus is pretty strong. He gives you lots of agency as an AD carry with his ultimate, so, you know, AD carries like him a lot. Pretty cool character. But up here, Jolt's, Iconic, and Obongo starting to corner Flamingo and Kapitai. They will both be able to escape over the wall. Looks like they're satisfied with just taking one grub to deny the 6, but 5 grubs means that TPS still get this big old grub buff as they spawn 1 grub. Nothing to sneeze at. They're going to be able to do tons of damage to turrets, like you were saying before. Storms rotate up there. Really helped him out, really helped him secure that, so nice movements after securing the bot lane prio. I guess it's going to be pretty slow, just mostly focused around these big objectives and the fights or lack thereof.
Yeah, Glory needs to be very careful there. They do have Ghost and ult available, so it's a Kai'Sa, let's be honest. But Jolt's trouble.
Yeah, he's getting ganked by Kapitai here. Survives a little bit longer, but Flamingo's able to put him down. Nice from Kapitai to help Flamingo get a little bit further back into this game. The big CS lead plus the kill back is the world for Jax at this point. Who wants to scale up and become this side lane menace?
Yeah, I'm thinking about late game and the style of players that we have. That Jolts is a player that I have a lot of respect for, and I believe has a lot of agency. But Flamingo is historically been a very strong-sided top laner, so want to see more from that. And Iconic, you're playing with fire here, sir.
Oh, but Flamingo was tanking the turret the whole time, and Iconic stuns him out. Is able to take him down thanks to the help of his ultimate. Very nicely played from Iconic. Flamingo overstepping just a little bit there.
Never
and
complimenting a player ever again.
Yeah, immediately goes bad. That's the caster curse. Flamingo looked really good right up until that. He kind of tosses away the little bit of help that his jungler gave him,
Was
unfortunately.
it last week I cast a curse Dilly as well?
I think so.
Divinity?
I think you just have a habit of doing that, you know?
I am the caster curse. Welcome to Ireland. Alpaca Bowl, you're next. You're next on the list. No, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how the spot lane does perform. Iconic is going to actually show himself there using that auto onto the ward. There's a lot of arguments online that if you're sweeping it and you don't want people to know you're there, you bring the support over to clear it. But without them knowing where the Volibear is, that immediately shows them. They know they can move back, stay safe. Kabatai is going to also stick around the bot side. Jolts is also hovering around the mid, so I think their TPS now are trying to kind of figure out how to extend their kind of lead that they've gotten kills. They want to try to get a little bit aggressive with things, start moving around the map. Well, it's all on Iconic. Iconic is the one that's kind of leading the chargers. Kabatai just sends it.
Yeah, he's just aggressively all-inning Obongo. They're trying to get this pick. Kapitai does not have another flag and drag, though. They will chunk out Obongo, forcing him away from this play. But it looks like his teleport is up. He will be able to base and TP back in if he wants to help fight this dragon. Iconic the entire time attacking the bot lane of PSE. Not able to make too much headway, but does force the Ghost out of Chaos as well. So another resource expended there. Also got the Chains of Corruption. So both junglers trying some aggressive pre-objective plays.
Yeah, as we do see the second Drake now being started up. And this starts to become the win condition now for them. They're down a couple of kills. The goal is pretty much even, but once you see what this soul is going to be, we'll start to see what they're going to level up with here. I'm kind of hoping to see Ocean. Maybe we will. Oh, yes.
You're so right. Ocean. And now we can use our new graphics too. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Chris Sunga. That's okay. Chris Sunga the GOAT has blessed us with brand new graphics for the stream. He's the best ever. Everybody go shout out Chris Sunga in the chat. He's the best. Anyway.
There we go. Ocean buff restore plus 2% of missing health every 5 seconds. So that'll definitely help people out. Dealing damage to enemies heals you for 150 and restores 100 mana over 4 seconds. So that will keep people in fights for longer once they unlock that soul. So really looking forward to seeing that in those later stages. As I'm the color and I should know that anyway and should be telling you. But now it's in front of you so you can read it yourselves and I get to relax.
Yeah, it's nice and easy. It's just nice to let everybody know the exact values too, because you know sometimes it's tough. Oh, 2% missing. Oh, whatever. But you know what it does? It heals you up. It puts you back in the fight. I really like it for PSE here. They're really going to need this extended fight power versus the likes of Seraphine and Volibear. They have a ton of burst damage, but the extended fights are where it's going to get pretty hard, and so the boost there will do tons for them if they're able to pick up this soul. 2 dragons so far is looking good. Iconic.
5 grubs and losing first tower. Name a more Vanquisher thing.
Yeah. Especially after Alpaca Bowl was roaming the entire game as well. That's a little bit interesting that happened there. But I guess with Alpaca providing the pressure and with Storm being mid, they're able to finally get that one down, especially with Chaos's completed Blade of the Rune King.
Kabatai missing the knockup and then Presidium firing the ult and Storm just being like, I can flash this. It's just a lot was used there for nothing. And I think with the way the map is currently split, we shouldn't see more action, but that doesn't mean Presidium and Kabatai shouldn't be trying to combo them together. If you miss one, don't send a second in that kind of style. But look, they'll be fine for the moment as long as everyone stays safe. There's no big fights coming, because I think most of the fights are going to center around how good Presidium's ult will be, and PSE have a lot to do with that. So I'm also looking at Jolts here. Has the Stride Breaker first item, and is there anything you rather see on Darius these days? He missed that cannon.
You don't gotta call him out like that.
Yes, I do.
All right, make him hurt for it. Never miss the cannon. Come on, guys. I think we had a call in the Twitch chat that somebody else missed the cannon as well. If it's Darius, I think that for me, I really like seeing Thunder Sky, especially versus the Jax, where you're kind of fighting these longer fights. The healing lets you side lane really well. Really big fan of that item. It does so much for Darius, and I think passing it up is kind of tough here. But I don't know. Maybe he wants to be a little bit more team fighting focused with the Stride Breaker, helps slow down the immobile champions. I'm a big Thunder Sky though. Yeah, Thunder Sky.
I'm a big Triforce first item for Darius, just the classic bruiser.
Oh yeah.
Triforce into like Deadmans or Sterix, something along those lines, just to get the Sheen procs off. I think Sheen's just a very strong item in that top side, and with Jax going into that item, there's no harm in copying the build.
Yeah,
and just matching it, because you will just beat them through kind of just being a Darius and making them bleed.
I think that Triforce is also great if you're expecting to side lane a lot and you're expecting to hit towers, because like you said, Sheen procs, right? But I think just in this specific instance, you know that you have Flamingo locked in the side lane with you. I think Triforce and Thunder Sky are both good, but the healing puts it just a little over the top for me. But yeah, both of those are great options there. Jolt's, yeah, like we said, maybe he's going to be trying to team fight a little bit more. He's got that ghost, so going to have to manually walk down to these objectives, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing as this dragon is spawning in 40 seconds here. Iconic and Storm already setting up down there with PSE getting their resets in.
Yeah, so at the moment, TPS's plan is to contest this next Drake or force them to fight them around it while they have an advantage. But they're going to use the Rift Herald in mid, and no one's going to jump into it to get the bonus damage, so they probably won't get this tower off this, which should have been their objective. Open up that mid, get the presence from it. But instead, they're just going to use the Rift Herald, not use it correctly, I don't think. But the fight comes, and Kapitai will find them.
Yeah, he has the vision with the flag. We don't have Flamingo joining just yet. He's going to try to put the hurt on this top lane tower first. Meanwhile, all of TPS has shown up to this bot lane river. All of them are trying to zone away PSE from entering here. Now's the time for Flamingo to TP. Now that that top lane turret is gone, he'll TP pretty far to the bottom side. Maybe trying for a flank here. Gotta watch Kapitai as he has this ball on him. We'll be trying to deliver it. They're gonna go on to Jolts, looking for this early pick. They're eschewing the dragon. Instead, it's Wei that picks it up, but Kapitai gets a huge ultimate. Lots of flashes to get out of that one. Iconic's caught in the middle of everybody. The Wei ult misses, and Iconic has to use the Stormbringer to get out of the fight. Hook goes wide. Glory is able to stay alive. It's going to be a 1-for-0 in favor of PSE, but TPS did pick up that dragon.
Yeah, there was a moment there they were walking towards Baron. That's not even up yet. Relax. Just sit back for a second. A bit aggressive to run straight towards that, but I think they're still going to go towards the Baron. This is a risky call here. There's...
Okay,
I think they get it. Obongo's bot.
Obongo's not there. Does have teleport, but are they going to sniff it out? Are they going to face check this? They were just trying a cheeky brush play themselves. TPS was, so maybe they're a little bit wary of it. Baron's already at 6k. It's going down so fast. The extra attack speed from the Jarvan flag doing a lot. Iconic, he's here. He's calling down the lightning. 2.8k. They're going to stun out Iconic. He has to flash away. Flamingo flashing forward. He will catch out Iconic. No more jungler. Means that it's absolute chaos in the pit as chaos does go down, of course. Kapitai's out, though. The Baron's at 1,500. Flamingo's trying to take down Glory on the top side of this play, and that's exactly what he's going to do. That's the blast code of the ball. With the smite, Kapitai is able to secure the Baron, but he will give his life for it as well. The shockwave is too late to save him. But nonetheless, PSE gets a few kills plus the worm.
That was the strangest call I have ever seen. Like, how do you make that decision and then leave the pit? Like, low key, incredible. Like, it was just like, yeah, we'll make sure they all come in here. Jolts gets the one reset. They all leave the pit. They continue taking it because Jolts' bleed will continue to hit it, and he's standing in the pit, so it won't go down. They just have to make the decision either to walk off and let Kapitai come back and steal it, or stay in the pit and let him steal it. There was nothing else they could do. So Kapitai, well done. You got it.
Yeah.
What can you do with it now, though? Like, is this how PSE plays the game? Is this what we got to watch from now on? We got to watch for them to make you finish the Baron off and leash it for them? Is that a play? Is that something we're going to see in solo queue now?
I guess so. I guess it's it's the ultimate show of dominance. I'm taking this worm. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna stop me? Are you gonna try to take it? Kapitai, he's gonna win out no matter what at the end of the day. Just like you said, puts it between the rock and the hard place. And now we have the pressure being built up in the top side. It looks like it's just gonna be between top and bottom. Chaos, he died in that fight, so we will not have the Baron, even if he shows up mid to clear this wave. I think the wave clear from Seraphine, from Glory, means that they're pretty well equipped to travel around the map and answer these Baron pushes, as we are not really seeing PSE make a lot of headway.
Yeah, so this is like the lull after the fight, where it's like we have the Baron, but they don't have the setup to get to where they need. They also don't have that grubs bonus that is available for TPS. So sieging is just that little bit harder, especially when you have low range ADCs and not enough ways to force yourself into good positions. You need to get picks, and this is the opposite of what we wanted.
The junglers both saw the same play on the bottom side. Obongo's taking a ton of damage from Presidium, who is really surprisingly tanky. We have the teleport coming in, but it looks like it's interrupted as Kapitai and Iconic will duel this out. I don't think there's any way that Iconic loses this on the Volley Bear. On the other side, there's just fighting nonstop. Glory rushing forward, trying to put the auto attacks into Chaos here. Here comes the Seraphine ult. It will hit the Varus. Chaos taking a lot. He will go down. Alpaca Bowl is next, but Kapitai's here. Will support his teammate. Iconic, full health, shows up. He's just going to run around. He just ignored the Jarvan. He only wants this Nautilus here. That is hilarious, and he is so incredibly fast, too. He's got that Iceborne Gauntlet. He's got the red buff. There's nowhere for Alpaca to go, despite his best efforts. He will go down. Jolts and Flamingo locked the stalemate in the top side as well.
I don't think there's such thing as clean League of Legends anymore. I just think it's completely gone. It's just, I love it. Like, I love messy macro, and like I do love the good out classic clean game of LCK League where there's 4 kills and in the game's end. That's wonderful. Like, we all love Korean. But I also like the idea of Volibear just sprinting past the Jarvan and going, you know what, I'm going to kill the support instead. The support is so much better. Let's just go kill that. And everyone going, yeah, correct choice. Let's do it. Like, it's wonderful.
He's died. Alpaca has died less times than Kapitai, so maybe if he's trying to maximize the gold income, that's it.
Region. These are winning worlds. This style of play, you're winning worlds 100%. Like, how do you counter that which you do not know?
Exactly. Yeah. This is like LPL style, you know, where it's chaos. Everybody's fighting all the time. This is the best league to watch. Screw clapping over ward kills. Who needs that? We'll clap over Volibear running people down. We'll see what Kapitai does here.
Well, we're behind them off Baron.
On this dragon, he's gonna get rooted out. Okay, blast cones over the wall. He's trying to steal it, but Iconic has the secure. Alpaca with the nice hook onto Obongo manages to take him down. Flamingo's to the backside, just obliterating Glory, who has to Killer Instinct into the middle of 4 people, I guess. Jolts will be taken down as well by the tag team. Oh, Flamingo, Presidium, Flamingo getting so much done for PSE in these fights. He is huge on this Jax. He's making things happen. Iconic is just getting beat out as the rest of his team is destroyed around him.
Who's in the lead? Who's actually in the lead?
Who's actually in the lead? I would say absolutely PSE here. They got that worm. They're getting these kills. Iconic is going to be the next one to go down, or maybe he's not. He's got so much healing, so much shielding. Double Ocean Drake does a little bit there alongside the Seraphine double W's. It's a very tough bear to take down. Trinity on Jax. Oh, you're right. Yeah, production 333. He's got the Trinity Force. It's like the anti-Jin dream. It's like the freak dream.
Freak season. But like, how is the team that's not in the lead getting Drake in that situation? Like, we're not in the lead. We can't take these fights. We'll just take Drake. And then they take Drake and everything's fine. Nothing is making sense, and it is wonderful. That's what we want to see. So, Volibear, unkillable. Darius being a raid boss and then getting killed by the 0-1 Presidium that just ults, pulls them in, and they somehow get the kill. Kapitai sending themselves for a Drake, pretty much surviving the fight afterwards, and then killing Obongo. ADCs don't matter. They don't do anything right now. Like, what is going on? Like, this game is wonderful. Like, I can't see a clear winner because Drakes are even. There's a goal lead. One team has grubs and is yet to take a tower. Like, it doesn't make sense.
This is just bizarro, backwards, opposite day gameplay here, but that's what we're here for. That's what we live for. This is the greatest. This is the best. Yeah. Iconic, like you're saying, completely unkillable, but his teammates are absolutely killable. I'm not a fan of this build on Kaisa. I think that Glory's kind of looked invisible this game. Really struggled to get things done. At least Chaos has this ultimate that he can use. But moving on the bot side, we put a ton of damage into Jolts. This Canyon Brooker not doing as much as you'd hope versus this Black Cleaver Jax build as well. Wholly focused on the auto attacks and armor shred. Jolts gonna be struggling, but they're slugging each other. They're making it decently even at least.
I wonder if there's a stat for how many Grublings have been spawned by auto-attacking a tower from a team that has 5 and no towers.
I'm gonna go on. If I could guess, somewhere in the range of 7. That's what I'm saying.
Even though 2 spawn with every auto.
They only have 1 with 5.
They only have 1, right? So 7.
Yep.
So they've had 7 auto attacks within 15 seconds to spawn.
I think they've managed to auto turrets about 7-ish instances. Because look at the mid lane turret. It's pretty low.
Rift
but
Herald hit that though.
Yeah, Rift Herald hit it, of course. No grub spawn
big
from
grub
riding the Rift Herald either.
Big Daddy Grubling hit that one, so that one doesn't count. That's not one of the 7. But
Yeah,
I'm confused. We're all confused. And if the flag had stolen that red, I would have given up on life.
No way, that would have been the sickest. They're going to Baron again! They're going to Baron again! Oh man, this is where it gets exciting. Here we go. Storm just reset their support, so they don't have to teleport. Yeah, no
Okay,
wards.
they got it.
They're all locking up. Glory and Iconic are here at the very least. We're not starting up the Baron just yet, PSE. Taking this one nice and slow. They know they want to find the engagement first, but actually they are starting it up. Scratch whatever I just said. They're just full sending this. They're YOLO. We're taking this worm. Hook goes wide. Alpaca can't find it. Flamingo's in the backside. Look at this flank. This flank could be enormous. He's going to get onto 3 people at the very least here. Obongo flashing away from him. He's going to jump straight onto Glory as well. The fight is just a disaster for TPS as they get annihilated from both sides. Flamingo is just too big here. Now here's the Jarvan ultimate catching 2. The Shockwave catches 2 as well. Obliteration for PSE. Storm is the last one standing, and there's not much left for them to do. Triple kill for Chaos. The Varus coming up big as well. The clean ace finally for PSE as they are going to start attacking the base.
Yeah, they're going to start ripping through this one here, and the ADCs finally come online. At least Chaos does, but I have no idea how we got to this situation. Everything was messy, but PSE once again proving it doesn't matter how the game goes, they'll just end up winning. And just great team fights. Iconic, honestly, for everything they've done, never mind.
Chaos. Oh, he goes down. 700 gold shut down, but it doesn't matter. That's just going to be a consolation prize as the Nexus does fall. Presidium lives on double-digit HP. Yeah, puzzling indeed. Such a strong lead from TPS, and then that Baron call just turns the entire game on its head.
I'm searching deep within myself for the answers here.
Yeah, I think one thing that probably would have helped PSE look better is that they're consistently getting to the objectives a lot later than TPS here. And we saw that even with the third Drake, right? The team that's behind, the team that lost out of the Baron, is starting to get this objective because they're just there early, right? They're more coordinated with their resets. I felt like Storm was more on time. Alpaca and Kapataya were there with just like 20 seconds left on the clock, and by that time, TPS has already established themselves. I think that's one very clear thing to me that could help PSE look better.
Yeah, 100%. I do have that thing in the back of my head. We fade into darkness. Don't worry about it. We'll be back. But yeah, I'm a little worried that Darius never really got to become the raid boss there. Obongo was still scaling on that mid lane, had that horizon focus, had the loons, but was looking to get maybe the Crypt Bloom into Void Staff to try to get into those later stages. And Kai'Sa never got the opportunity to go, oh, I'm going to jump in and murder something. I think the Nashor's second item would have been better, but they kind of overloaded on AP a little bit. So it kind of became just a kind of a messy comp to try and force. And they didn't set themselves up correctly with the correct foundations. So yeah, I feel like there's some things to work on in that comp, but I can see it working with certain leads that they just didn't seem to get this time.
Yeah, it's just so tough. Yeah, Glory never really, it felt like they never really got to play the game. Yeah, pretty tough. Jolts also, like you said, yeah, totally agree there. All right, well, let's go ahead and head to a break. We're going to be right back with Game 2, so don't go anywhere. Can PSE finish this off? Can they take it home 2-0, or will TPS come back?
there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. Yeah. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, forever. The
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Alright, and here we are back with game 2 of Pride Stalker Esports versus the Primordial Spire. We had a exciting slugfest last time, a surprising one, a head-scratching game even. Wouldn't you agree, Sater?
Yeah, interesting is probably the best way to put it. I've also got a note from our amazing creator of all of these graphics going, also tell that producer to change the goddamn intermission score.
Yep.
So
Intermission
yeah,
score, and we got the game score here that we need an update on too.
Yeah,
But
that's the one.
okay.
That's the one. We'll get it all fixed. But Udyr, Karma, LeBlanc, Rumble. So no changes in bans so far. So no one's trying to pick anything out from the last one and go, we need to get rid of this one. The Orianna and Jarvan will be staying alive for now, even though it was the early rotation picks that we saw from before. So if I was a Bongo, I'd probably be taking away that Orianna and saying I don't want to really see that one again because I didn't get to play with any agency.
Yeah, I think Orianna could be a good ban. I think, you know, the Jarvan did end up doing a lot of work for them. I mean, ultimately, I think what TPS want to do is just try to come back to the drawing board with a different composition, even if they pick the same stuff. I think if they have a different approach, things would look a lot different. I really did like the Volibear. I thought Iconic looked fantastic on it. His teammates just were definitely struggling versus the Jarvan Ori Blender combo, so I wonder if that's going to be immediately picked up here. It's going to be the same first two.
Yeah, we're going back to the same kind of run here. Iconic going back to the Volibear, PSEs going Flamingo and Varus. We're going to see an Ahri this time around though, so they want to try and get a little bit more onto that one. They want to try to push in on that, so I quite enjoy that one. I do like Ahri at the moment. I do prefer it with a Vi, but you know what, Volibear, Rel, that could work. That's a lot of lockdown, not a lot of damage. I know Ahri's like that kind of magey assassin, neither perfect at either, but it does a lot. But that's good. Lee Sin, I like that, aggressive.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting there. Still delivers the ball decently well, at least with the you know, resonating strike. You follow it up, you got your Orianna ball strapped to you. Could be worse, and I mean, maybe they pick a support that helps get it in there as well. Alistair maybe could be good. Depends kind of what Alpaca wants to play here. They do have a lot of options, but yeah, I'm looking for some more damage coming in, some big damage to complement that Ahri. You got tons of CC, tons of lockdown, but what is going to be actually killing the members of the enemy team?
It's going to be that Varus again at the late game anyway. They're going to stick with that, but the Nautilus is going to be taken away. They're still worried about that Nyla and Misfortune, so they're still leaving that bot lane kind of open here for TPS. They're not going to be too worried about that, I think, because they're strange picks to take away. Still have some very, very strong ADCs in that pool, and even at this stage, I still think a Caitlyn might do some work here. Just use that range advantage and keep them at bay and let Ahri be the one going forward. But as you called it, the Alistair will come true for Alpaca. Very aggressive support pool, especially with... I think they're banning away the Maokai themselves, but at the same time, they're still taking Nautilus, they're still taking Alistair. They want to go in, so I like it. They're still sticking to their guns.
I think it has a great matchup versus Rel too. You can kind of headbutt her out of or crash down if you have good reactions, and even deny Magnus Storm decently well too. So I do like the Alistair. We have the Samira. That's going to be a more unconventional pick here. Don't see Samira too often, especially in these leagues. But man, have I seen some Samiras pop off. Glory couldn't get it done last game really, but maybe it'll be completely different this time.
Yeah, instead of going for lines and artillery, they're going for a spin to win. And the Aatrox coming through, so Raid Boss is still on the ticket here for Jolts. But Flamingo going to go for that Set. And Set is one champion you never want to mess with in the top side, because it can suddenly turn around and go, no. And you're just gone off the map. There is nothing you can do. It's just Jerry, Tom and Jerry noises as you get launched into the sun. It's just absolutely wonderful. Like that punch, it does too much. Honestly, it does. But I'd much rather both of these comps.
Yeah, I mean, best of all, you got that huge 3,000-pound bear that you can slam down on other people with your ult. You know, he gets in with the Stormbringer, you just ult him right back out. So, really interesting opportunities here. I want to see how the bot lane pans out. I want to see what Kapitai is able to do on this Lee Sin. Let's go ahead and head into the game, see how this one unfolds. And real fast, we are going to be giving a shout out to our sponsor, ProComps. Once again, it's a third-party app for League of Legends. Consider it a personal draft coach for you and your team. You can implement your own champion pools and tier lists, and then receive live draft advice during a game. So you too can come up with amazing draft adaptations like TPS and PSE right here. It already has over 200,000 downloads, thousands of daily users. It's absolutely free. Go check it out at procomps.gg and bring up your drafting skill.
Also, can we get predictions in the chat? I want to start predicting and using my points. I keep building them up from always winning these. Can we please get some of them back? I need to
Yeah,
build up my. I think I had like 90k at finals last year, and I put it all against Dorado and still lost.
No, yeah, Dorado's too good, huh?
Yeah, it keeps happening to me. I gotta stop voting against Dorado, but I will do it till the day I die.
Oh well. Uh,
I hate them
any
once. I
yeah
have to stick to it now. I gotta stick to my guns on it.
yeah. Gun to your head. Who are you picking TPS PSE right now?
PSE, I really like the way they play. They never let anything get them down. They seem like a tilt-proof squad. They're always willing to pull the trigger and just take a fight.
Mhm.
And I really enjoy the way they play. And some of their calls are wild, but they follow the call like a team. And I think that's a big difference between some teams is that if someone makes a call, they all trust each other's ability to go for it. But that's a nice little bit of damage onto Flamingo to start it off iconic. A little bit of lightning just to show them who's boss. But I just like the way they play the map, how they play together. And they always seem to be in good spirits as we get the cowbell flying in on the bot side there. Just why did they ever add that?
Oh, because it's so beautiful. He's like
You not remember like release week
vibing.
for that cowbell? It was the
Yeah, everybody
worst.
was
It was the
spamming it.
worst.
Uh-huh. Would you
You
rather
could hear
have
it in the distance.
would you rather have cowbell spammed or like Lulu laugh constantly in your lane, like Nami laugh, something like that?
That's a really hard one actually. Alpaca's gonna walk straight into this bush. No, we're actually
Oh,
gonna. They got this one. This could be
okay.
big.
They're just gonna be walking forward. Oh, the flip is denied by Alpaca Bowl. Levels W. Very fast reactions there. Very nice. They're able to deny the engagement. Storm even used the flash there and instantly got shut down. And that does not bode well for TVS. That's gonna be a tilter off the bat.
That is an absolute Alistair diff right there. That is so clean. Really well done. You love to see it, but let's see if they can keep that kind of style up in the bot lane because Alistair does have that very simplistic style that your combos are very easy to read in the later stages. So it really takes great skill to do it. Let's see if there's some really good kind of taxi onto minions to set up the right fights, stuff like that. Really high level Alistair stuff. And see what they can do. But right now, I have so much faith in Chaos on this virus. After last game, they just waited and then that triple kill at the end. The arrows were hitting, the ult was there. Virus is a very strong champion, and I absolutely adore it. But Storm, very aggressive here.
Hex Flash, and then the crash down hits Alpaca Bowl. Not really a ton of damage. Glory's actually going to be getting the raw end of that trade. Takes a bunch of damage from Chaos's Varus there, despite the wave advantage as well. So, out here's Kapatai. He's exhausted, but he has tagged up Glory. He's going to be following up. He flashes right back out. Iconic is there to back up his teammates to provide the much needed jungle support right there. Kapatai got a little bit aggressive. I like that, but he's down to camp now and has to make up for this. Took him a really long time to get out on the map, actually.
Yeah, Lee Sin is one of those champions that you need to be very quick with. You need to speed through that jungle, get your camps, and get straight onto some decent ganks. You need to be getting assists or kills very early. It's so kill dependent, and right now, Kapatai, even though you're like, oh, it's only a camp and this, that, and the other, it's like you need to be fast at getting those kills and assists. You need to hyper accelerate games to really get the most out of this champion because you are just a kick bot. But if you're in the lead, you're a kickbot that can kill things. And that's the big thing about Lee Sin players with the likes of Peanut in the past, or even at one stage, I'd honestly put like Smithy up there for some of his Lee Sin plays.
Okay, but
I
this
absolutely
game,
loved the way he did it.
yeah, this game, he's not only a kickbot though. He can deliver the ball. You know, he's got that Amazon delivery driver package set up. That's a big stun onto Jolts, but Iconic is here. He will be stunning out Flamingo. They're trying to take him down. No flash left for Flamingo. He'd already used it. Will manage to make it to the turret, but the flash follow from Iconic does seal the deal. That's first blood going over to TPS once again.
Capitalize in the area, but is spotted on a ward. Will get found. The TP's coming through. They won't be able to find the bear in time. Here comes W onto ward.
Ward. Okay. Oh, Sonic Wave does completely whiff though. That is just too bad there. Yeah, I guess TPS really like attacking this top side early. Both games, first blood on the top lane on Flamingo, so gotta feel a little bit bad if you're Flamingo, but they managed to come back and carry the game in a huge way last time.
Yeah, I believe it was Iconic that got killed last time as well. To start off with 2-0 on that bear, and Iconic was honestly the shining light here for TPS. So that's a big engage.
Yeah,
Glory can
Glory
dash
taking
though.
some damage. They've already pulled up the support. They've already pulled up Storm to head up to this top side. Kapitai, he got caught with his pants down doing this gromp here. He's going to ward hop, but of course it's straight in the face of the waiting bear. He's stalking the jungle. Iconic's in the right place at the right time. He's started the grubs, but walked back over to help out with this kill. Once again, starting the game 2-0. It's feeling like deja vu so far.
Yeah, as long as PSE don't change the way they play, they should be able to pull themselves back into this one and get some really cheeky barons. But for the moment, yeah, it's starting off well. Iconic shining light, shining once more on this volley bear who has risen very, very quickly into the top spots in a lot of tier lists for being incredibly strong. And you have to remember, volley bear hasn't really had much changes. It's just always been this strong, just people weren't playing it. And I'd love to see what's next in that jungle pool that's going to come through, because it's about time we had another jungler, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really like him getting changed up here. They did buff him quite significantly, though. They increased the move speed on his Q. They gave him a little bit more range on that, too. Big ult changes as well. Those that came in, so definitely tons of changes there. But I like it. It's been a really long time since Volibear's been a viable jungler. I feel like you really only saw him in niche top lane matchups, but he was really struggling for a while. I'm a big fan of Volibear. I like how he forces stuff, how he just makes these plays happen. I think it's what you need in a league like this. You know, somebody that's not afraid to just get in there. But speaking of getting in there, hold on a sec. We have Storm getting locked up on the bottom side. This is a very interesting fight. It's a complete collapse onto the main force of PSE here. They'll immediately take down Chaos Glory, trying to stack up that ultimate, but still level 5, so he doesn't have it, actually. Alpaca is going to be the next target. Just chased down, flashing over the wall. Alpaca's managing to stay alive. All the while, Kapitai manages to secure the dragon this time, but he does go down. Jolts has arrived at the fight as well, and will force out Presidium Splash. TPS, very messy fight. They get the dragon taken from under them, but 2 more kills go over at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's going back once again to they're playing around those drakes. PSE are playing around that bot side of the map, and it's just all the kills are going over to TPS here. So PSE, yeah, they've got the drake, they got something from that, but the kills they're giving over are not great. The exhaust is coming out here, but Iconic is in the spot, so let's see if they can get this one working. They didn't get it working the last time on the bot, and once again, bot is just surviving constantly.
Yeah, this Rel and Samira combo hasn't been able to make any meaningful headway. I think Storm had a great engage in that fight, though. I think it's not a complete wash for TPS so far. It's just that their laning has left a little bit to be desired, I'd say, but it's very tough when you get counterpicked so hard by the Alistair, by Alpaca's great piloting of that character as well.
Yeah, playing Nautilus and Alistair to just keep Chaos in these lanes, keep them up in CS, they control everything. So it's just decent work here. Chaos is playing with the Storm here. I don't think Chaos and Storm usually go well together, unless you're playing Dark Souls, then you're okay. But
It's Victor's ultimate. If you combine them, that's literally what it's called. Chaos Storm.
that is also true. I just prefer Dark Souls.
Yeah, who doesn't? Who doesn't like good old-fashioned Dark Souls? We got this gank into the top side. That's a great insect there onto Jolts. That's exactly what we want to see. The haymaker, it kind of misses, but that's okay because Kapatai's got the kill. Beautiful setup. That's the Lee Sin gameplay that we wanted to see. He's making it happen now.
If he plays locked camera, that's like when you're on a trampoline and your friends bounce on the opposite time to you and launch you into the ceiling. Where you're just like you're going one way and then you're getting launched another way. Set and Lee Sin together, if you're on locked camera, you're doomed. But Iconic is in the top side. I was afraid there for a second that Iconic was just going to fight that all by himself, but he's actually going to pick up this wave here. He could have held most of it, but has decided instead, I'm the carry now.
Yeah, this is a little bit sad too because a lot of these creeps go down in one shot thanks to the lightning. Iconic got a ton of that, and we can see it. Jolt's pretty far down in the CS, 20 CS deficit so far. Additionally, with Flamingo stacking up that coal, so that gold lead, that's only going to be growing up there, especially as they get more attention. But Iconic, he's in the right spot for the grubs. Kapitai doesn't seem to want to contest this at all. Grubs have now spawned. I think they're going to try. They're gathering around Dragon, but Dragon's not up for another 2 minutes, guys. The grubs are over there. They're up there. 6 grubs.
Yeah, that was a bit of a strange one. Bit worried about that now and how they're going to circumvent this, because things are going to get very, very strange from now, because we saw this before where a team that had grubs never got a chance to get to a tower. And that, I think, was one of the big issues we saw from TPS. And I want to see TPS get into a stage where they can play the game correctly macro-wise, get onto those towers. And I still think they're kind of faltering again with their style of comp, that they can't really get to towers as easily. Because Flamingo can hold back the Aatrox, Presidium is safe, and Chaos and Alpaca can help clear the waves as well. I don't think Samira has the range or ability to make the space to get onto those towers, so I still think they're in the same position they were before, but Presidium's getting very aggressive here. Capitite doesn't realize that Iconic's actually in the area.
Yeah, they're
This
just
could be a
walking
big
in.
fight.
Oh, he's just gonna face check that bush, and Iconic is waiting there for him. The charm lands. The shockwave does hit 2 of them. That's a big kick, and of course he's compulsively obligated to follow that up as well. Doesn't manage to get the kill though. That's just too bad there. Presidium tried their best to follow up that play, but Iconic, he's got Capitai's number the entire game.
Yeah, that was a great, great work once again from Iconic, and Capitite just, yeah, Lee Syndrome that tried
Of
his hardest
course,
just to get that kill. Like, you have to do it. Like, every Lee Sin player knows that feeling. And they were close, but not close enough. Obongo manages to slip away from that one. Malignant's first item on Ari. I always thought it was Luden's Rush.
I think Luden's is good, but Malignance lets you have a lot of mobility, and I think that's exactly what Obongo wants here. That extra ultimate haste is pretty nice, and you get those procs from each bolt of your ultimate as well, so you can really spread those around. I guess it's nice with the lightning, but you don't have much else in terms of magic damage to like follow that up. So I don't know. I think it's a good choice. It's very statistically
I'm learning here.
good.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm learning because I don't play enough mid lane to know all of the builds, and I've always just thought nearly every mid laner is either Roa or Ludens these days. So it's nice to see a Malignance on something that isn't Karma.
Yeah, you see, those are the lost chapter items, right? But Malignance also a lost chapter item. That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Also gives you that mana.
Also, the Lichbane Ari has been very, very popular, right?
Yeah, I see that. I see that here on the statistics actually. Lichbane seems to have great stats. I think Lichbane has just been pretty overtuned this season. Tons of mid laners can use it extremely effectively. It's a great spike. Does a lot. But
Was it Piglet that built that all those years ago?
good question. I can't seem to remember. Glory though, it's going to be. He's going to get knocked up. He's going to have the chains pushed onto him as well. Great timing, great layering. Glory, he's popping off, though. He's got the Inferno trigger. Iconic has arrived from the backside, so has Obongo. They managed to keep their AD carry alive. Presidium, the next target, he's going to get the turret taken out from under him. He gets slowed down by the Iceborne Gauntlet as well. The turret aggro juggling could be a little bit cleaner, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Those are some pretty small margins. Glory as well, barely surviving that shot. Nice 4-man. But Capitai's here. Can the Lee Sin make anything happen? Oh, he's going to ward hop forward. Can't find the kick. Can't find the angle. He's got it. Oh, what a great flash. Combined with the Dragon's Rage. Secures him the kill onto Glory. Capitai, he's going to be dashing back in. He gets another 700 gold shutdown as well. He's maybe looking for one more. But no, he's had enough. That's some beautiful Lee Sin gameplay. That takes a lot of guts to try to go for something like that.
Capitai goes full god mode there for a second and just takes out 2 massive shutdowns, massive gold pulled back in. So they're actually even now in gold, so really great work there for Lee Sin. And yeah, let's see if it makes the difference here. If this is the PSE's way back into it, Lee Sin has picked up the Sundered Sky, will be able to do damage this game. The Kickbot is coming online for their own damage as well, but Glory is getting very, very strong on the Samira, and that Collector first purchase coming through. They're going to get scarier and scarier as the game goes on, and should be able to actually block the corruption coming from Varus as well. So we could see a big turnaround here for Glory in this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It just matters about how slowly they play these fights, but Presidium, they're not going to be afforded the opportunity to play slowly at all. Obongo securing that kill. Ultimate's doing a ton for him with that Malignance, like we were saying before, and this opens up the Rift Herald for Iconic and the gang. Flamingo still getting these nice trades, still doing fantastically in this top side. It's been pretty quiet, but Flamingo reliably building up that lead the whole time.
Yeah, really great work coming from them there. The speed up from Rel combined with Iconic, definitely able to close down single targets. Rift Herald now going over to Iconic as well, so topside focus for all objectives, going even on Drakes. Let's see what they can pull out of this one, see if they can get their first tower, but Kapatai's in trouble.
Yeah, he gets charmed up. Does land the Q onto Obongo. Gonna just hop on out of there after doing a little bit of a cheeky damage spike. Will he go for this kill? He's got the ultimate ready to go. No flash though. Q barely misses. The whole while, Jolts, of course, taking the Rift Herald. Maybe gonna use a top lane.
Yeah, let's see if they can get their first tower before 20 minutes. That'll be a nice change of pace for them. I'd like to see that macro finally come true. It's something that we spoke about last time, that they really should have been able to get it, but their comp isn't really allowing them to do so. And their team fight is going to be exceptional, but they still need to be able to get those towers down. They have everything they need to do it, but they're so scared of going forward. They immediately pull back from that, recognizing that there's nothing on the map for them to work with. They don't know where the Orianna is. There's roaming all over the map. It's a very close game, regardless of the scoreline that you're seeing. The goal lead is slightly in favor of TPS, but PSE are very good at holding back any tempo changes and returning it to like a neutral game state at nearly all times.
Yeah, I'm gonna favor PSE scaling quite a bit more to just the Orianna and Varus combo. Deadly in these team fights. Sure, you have the Samira that can get going, they can pop off, but lots of ways to shut that down, especially with the Alistar. Glory has to be very careful moving forward. And in a longer game, I'm always putting my money on the Varus, on the Orianna.
Always, I told you, Varus is busted. Iconic with the Rel, though this could be a good catch for them if they can get something from it, but Iconic, a little bit scared to keep going there as Presidium is also now in the area and spotted.
Yeah, everybody's starting to head down to this dragon with 20 seconds left on the timer. We even have Flamingo starting to walk down as well, who will help secure this mid prio and then walk even further to assist his team. Scuttle Crab goes down in favor of Kapatai. So PSE, they're here much earlier. I really like this. This is what we were saying between the games, right? That they need to make it to these objectives. They need to start setting up earlier, and they have full vision control. It's very difficult for TPS to walk into them. Jolts. Oh, he's just going to walk forward. He face checks the brush. He's going to get knocked up. He's ulting out of there, but gets knocked up and stunned around. That's going to be all for poor Jolts, but it's a lot of resources expended to take him down. Still have the Shockwave. Iconic is next. He doesn't even have enough time to ult out of there with the Stormbringer. Two beautiful picks for PSE. Set them up for this dragon, and I don't think there's any room for contention after that.
Yeah, that's a nice easy pickup for them. Kapatai making the difference. Double kill for them. Those executes from the Dragon's Rage. Everything they need to just... Oh, it's just nasty when Lee Sin does get those couple of items in, and that's going to be Infernal coming through. If Infernal Soul comes through, Lee Sin's even going to get stronger again. It's looking rough now a little bit. If PSE can continue like this, I think TPS is going to be in a really tough position, but look, I'm going to be honest, it all comes down to their first Baron call, because it's always wild, and that's where the game really opens up.
Yeah, we have 1 minute. 1 minute to see what they do with this Baron. Are they going to immediately try to start it up on the rip? That would be something. One other thing to note is 5 kills for PSE. How many kills you see on that Lee Sin? It's got all of the money.
100% kill steal. That's all it is.
All of the money on that guy. The rest of the lanes are pretty close. Mid lane's decently close. We have a small lead in top lane. Varus Chaos is pretty far behind. That's pretty tough. Yeah, Glory's got a lot of kills, especially with the all the early action on bot side. So big focus there. But Jolts will be face checking to Flamingo. Gets pulled back. Here comes Kapatai. Nice dodge away from the Sonic Wave. Kapatai is going all the way over to that minion. Gonna be trying to knock around Jolts here. I think they interrupted the Dragon's Rage. It was the Alistar knockup that actually canceled the Lee Sin. Oh, and look at this Storm! Just comes crashing in, starts to disrupt this play. Kapatai still alive. Flamingo here doing as much damage as they can, but the 700 gold shutdown goes over to the bear. Storm has arrived just in time. Iconic trying to take down this set, but it's a mighty tall order. Flamingo is very strong here. Gonna have cooldowns in just another second. The Haymaker does it. Flamingo sends Iconic back to the fountain there with a well-placed punch.
Yeah, that interrupt coming through with the Alistair and Lee Sin, they just weren't on the same page there in that situation. And if the kick had came through, they would have been able to get back out of tower range. But look, they still managed to get that kill topside. The shutdowns come through. They're still going to get this tower. And we are going to see that Rift Herald spawned in the base by Jolts. So it's going to walk straight down that mid lane. It also, so this is one thing a lot of people don't realize. It no longer just disappears if you're dead when the timer runs out. It'll spawn just in the base as soon as you come back. And it'll just head down the mid lane. That's how it goes now. So it's a nice quality of life change. But it is really sad watching Rift Herald walk down all by themselves.
Chaos could just walk up and stop it. Okay, or I think the creeps need to be there. All right, that's too bad. They still get the charge off. It's gonna be something. Just like last game though, they've got the charge in the mid lane turret. No real damage on it so far, but at the very least, TPS has taken bot lane tier 1 this time.
Yeah, bot lane tier 1. They've got a tower. They've got top as well. No, sorry, I was waiting to see if set past that one. I was kind of hoping that tower will be gone, but no. One tower is an improvement. It's something. Like, you can cheer for that if you're a TPS fan. They're slowly upping the macro levels. But right now, let's look at the assignments here. So we still have that 1v1 top. That's not going to change. Set with a massive CS advantage. It is pretty far ahead just in terms of how strong their champions are. Aatrox obviously has that ability to be an Aatrox and constantly heal, but Set is very good at putting them down. The longer the fight goes, they seem to just do better. So that's going to work. In the mid lane, we have that bot lane matchup, and we should see Iconic and Kapitai hovering around that. While in bot side, Orianna's doing so much better in terms of CS and presence, and with that Zhonya's as well, they have a lot more, but it all comes down to which jungler can pull the trigger at the right time and get onto that ADC, because Glory and Chaos, they are the ones with the markers on their head, the sniper sights on them. That's who we need to go down in these fights, and Kapitai's found the first hit.
It's got a little bit of damage there. Nothing really to be made of that, though. Baron is alive. No risky Baron calls, no big burger flips just yet in this game. Dragon is probably going to be the next thing to watch in about 40 seconds here. But Iconic is staring down the rest of the team. He's staring down PSE as he's taking control of this river. Need some wards down there. Need that deep vision. We're getting some resets in, so maybe they're going to give this Drake. I'm not sure if this is the right time to be resetting.
Yeah, let's see. Where would you be going on your next step? You're playing for the side of PSE. Where are you going? What's your idea? What's the call here?
If I'm playing for PSE, it's pretty simple. I think we just try to set up some type of aggressive play around the forward vision we have here. I think we want to either try to find this pick. I think that it's exactly what Kapitai's doing here. They have a great chain, set this up from the Varus, from Chaos's Varus, but Obongo is able to ult out of there. At the very least, they've made the fight a 4v5. I think that's perfect. Something like that, where you find this odd man fight, you're here first, you're able to use your resources and push somebody out. Obongo has the teleport, but no more Ahri ultimate left. Flamingo, just this iron wall between TPS and the Dragon. He's going to be ulting Volibear to the side. Stormbringer brings Iconic out. It's a big resource expended. Very difficult for them to continue fighting this. That's the Infernal Drake going down to PSE, and it's Kapitai trying to escape. Chaos, he's being killed by everybody around him. They managed to make their way onto the AD carry. On the other side, they're stopping Storm here. It's a big Inferno trigger as Glory pushes forward. TPS is just completely routing PSE this time. They found their fight. They finally found what they need. They had to take down that Varus first. The rest was just easy. Glory's finding these resets. Is this the pentakill? I think that's the quadra so far. No, it's just the triple. They can find the quadra here. That will be it. It's even stolen away by Obongo, but it doesn't even matter. Massive fight for TPS, and they've completely turned this game around.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant work there from the TPS squad in terms of team fighting, target selection, making sure that they're eliminating the correct ones. Chaos falling first is the worst way for those fights to go. You need Chaos firing, those arrows flying, and it's just not working out for them if they just let Chaos go down like that. A lot of work needs to be done in their positioning here in Kapitai. They do get the Drake. that puts them on sole point. But this is the point we were talking about what happened last time. There's these things that happen around Baron that never make sense when it comes to these two teams. Both Barons were so sketchy and so scary. Let's see what the call is now, because they're now in a position, as in PSE, they can turn around and go, well, you have to either give us Soul or give us Baron. How do we play around this? We have 3.5 minutes to decide how to set up our map, what our decision is going to be. We have time to play with. We just need to see some kills off of Kapatai and onto somebody's carries. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, I think it's been so tough for Chaos and Presidium. Even if they were allowed to play these fights, damage output is a little bit lower than you'd expect. 3 items on the Samira compared to just barely 2 on the Varus. Also, Presidium took the pit stop for the Zonias, and I don't think that's going to be helping them too much as they just get shredded by the combo of Obongo and Iconic. Yeah, Zonia's not going to be doing too much there. I'm not really sure why they went for that, but that will remain to be seen. Baron on the table now for TPS.
Yeah, Baron on the table. They could go for this. I think they're more concerned with the static gold they still need to pick up around the map. They still need to get that top side down. There's so much pressure with that tower still being up around this. They are going to be able to clear out the vision here a little bit. Alpaca and Kapatai, with the aid of Chaos, able to pick those ones up. And right now, I'm more worried about all that gold still sitting on Kapatai and not being on the likes of Presidium with the Orianna ult or on Chaos. And without that corruption coming through and the arrows not doing as much, I feel like they're going to have a little bit more difficulty getting through Iconic. And I'm starting to get a little bit more scared that Set isn't going to do enough for all the leads that they have and how strong they are in the side lane and keeping Jolts down. Can they do enough to win a team fight for them? I just don't think it's in them, which probably means Flamingo will get a pentakill in the next fight because I can't get away from caster curses.
Oh man, that would surely be something to see. I don't know. I think that if anybody's getting a pentakill this game, it's Glory. They're already huge. They already got that near quadra. We have the Baron being surrounded by PSE once more. I don't think they go for this ever though. Iconic just waiting in this bush. They're going to see him with the ward. Very interesting gameplay from PSE here. It seems like they're not really sure what they want to do. They're just pressuring around this Baron. They're just trying to prevent TPS from making this aggressive call. I don't really know. They look a little lost.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy now, I think. I'd like to see a bit more presence now from them around this, but they just seem to be giving it up. Kapatai has been able to steal away a few of these, so Q over the wall gives them the vision. Jump is available, Flash is not. Who is going to go over this wall to stop Kapatai from entering this pit? That is the main question right now, but it's just going to be war.
They're just going to stop. That's insane. They don't want a 50-50 it. Okay, I respect it. Nobody's burger flipping today. Instead, we're just going to head on down to this Drake here. Could even try to attack Flamingo, who is pretty far out, but I think they're going to be able to run away in time. Fascinating. Iconic. Smart call. Very disciplined there. Not giving anything to PSE here, but he's very fast. He's attacking the Lee Sin. Kapatai stunned out. He does dodge away for the charm. The chains come out. Iconic has to ult away. Alpaca Bull looking for this big engagement here. It's a nice knockup from the Alistair, but Glory is still alive. Glory's building up those stacks. He's going to get interrupted by the shockwave, the ultimate, but it's not enough at all. The chaos goes down to Iconic. Flamingo has arrived at the fight just a little bit too late. Glory's still huge, unstoppable as they take down the Alistair. Flamingo now in the middle of 5 people. The Haymaker absolutely is not enough there. Double kill for the Samira. TPS finding a nice fight. Beautiful front to back. Exactly what they're looking for. And they're going to put PSE in the dirt.
Yeah, that's incredible team fighting once again. They just play their front to back so well. Kapatai getting baited into a fight. They're trying to get that kick back. Not enough on it. And I think another big thing we're not talking about enough is Alpaca Bowl not being tanky enough to survive and keep Chaos alive. Chaos was in the fight, firing off shots, only able to hit Iconic, was getting ready to fire an arrow off, gets exhausted. And from that point on, they were just useless. They got chased down. They tried to flash, they tried to make space. couldn't be in the fight, and it's just getting harder and harder. And I believe, is that Terminus going to be built next out of that BF sword?
It should be. I think they built it last game as well. And that'll probably do a little bit, but this is kind of a nightmare team comp for Varus. These, front to back team fighters, these engagers are just getting straight onto you. So difficult to do anything about it. Iconic is going to be attacking Kapitai here. A little bit of damage. He's full tank, so not a whole ton here, but Glory will be doing quite a bit. They will shred through. That was the Steric shield. Oh, now it's popped. Okay. So tons onto Kapitai, pushing him out of the fight here, getting full control over the jungle, and now TPS using that to their advantage to start up this Baron.
Yeah, absolutely. No vision available to them. No way to get to this Baron. Kapitai is just going to have to walk in blind. With the aid of Presidium, they might be able to get forward, but the wards will spot them out. Bongo is ready and waiting to try and stop this.
Oh, he's going
knock up
straight
dead.
in. I like that. Yep, deny the jungler. Baron's going to be going straight down. And you know what? It looks like we're going to be getting a game 3.
Yeah, there's no rush for my bedtime anyway. They don't have to worry about the Irish and the EUs in here. But no, it's much better to see TPS pick up their advantages this time in the right areas and use them a little bit better. The towers, we can talk about them all day. They don't pick them up quick enough, but they're winning the team fights now, which allows them to get to those towers. And with the Grubs and Baron now, we should see them be able to close this one out nice and clean. But I don't think clean is a word we use a lot in Vanquisher, so there's going to be another twist or turn in this. It's like a Stephen King book.
100%. Yep. And they can always throw us for a loop. At the very least, though, this 8k gold difference with the Baron, very difficult to overcome. I said that PSE had the scaling advantage, but I don't know how much longer they're going to get to scale at all. Baron pressures being well applied here. I like this a lot better than what we saw out of PSE last game. Seems like everybody's starting to really get in here. Their lane allocation is super nice too. Ahri can escape out of the side lane with the ultimate, so no real worries there. Just full control over this bot side from TPS.
Yep, for all the control Flamingo has had, it's not going to work anymore because there's a bear.
Just diving onto Flamingo. That's a big haymaker, going to do a ton to Glory, but Shield Bow alongside the rest of the lifesteal with the Inferno trigger. They're going to shut off the turret as well. Big Magnet Storm, massive from Storm from the backside. Glory and gang are able to completely take apart PSE in this fight. TPS, Primordial Spire, they have done it. They've taken down the remainder of PSE, and they will surely take down the base. Just a moment here.
Yeah, there has to be a change coming through now, I think, in terms of drafting. I think might need something a little more aggressive. They can't allow that Samira to go through anymore either. It's going to be a tough call for them here, but I'm glad to see a game 3 between these two because they are both titans in this league.
Absolutely, yeah. The two highest ranked teams slugging it out. Neck and neck at this point, 1-1. Iconic has looked fantastic in each and every game, and Glory finally got a chance to pop off after a lackluster game on Kai'Sa. Looked beautiful in the Samira, well timed. Storm also popped off this game. I like this a whole lot. If I'm PSE, I'm really taking a look. We got to deny these picks. We got to take away this Volibear. This Samira, even the Ahri looked pretty good. Got to find some better answers to that. Any other parting thoughts before we move to our break?
I kind of just want to see Chaos on something that's a bit more of a lane bully because they have these aggressive ADCs and they always seem to sit back and just go for the farm. I might want to see like the likes of a Kai'Sa or something that can get forward, but we'll have to see what they go for. It's all about that draft.
You said it. All right, let's see how they adapt. We're going to go to a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will come back in just a bit for the exciting conclusion of TPS vs PSE.
there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. We're gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We're gonna live forever, talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than I'm lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever,
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights.
Welcome back to Vanquisher League as part of Titan Esports. We're here for the exciting Game 3 of Primordial Spire versus Pride Stalker Esports. 1-1 so far for both these teams, both great showings. Interesting gameplay. Gotta see that volley bear band away, and there it is. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, big change. Iconic going to be off a champion he has historically done so amazing on. And I think it's something that they needed to change. They needed to be able to swap this one around because you can't be letting Iconic do that to you every single game. 2-0 at the start of both games, just being a menace. You're still going to be taken away. Going to take away that Blanc. Don't want to be seeing that on Presidium. Presidium and me were having a chat about that after one of the games. AD LeBlanc played into Gragas on stream and absolutely made it look foolish as a counter pick. So it was really, really good to see. And Maokai still going to be taken away. Still probably one of the strongest champions in the game.
Yeah, I really like this. These are 3 champions that can force engages, and especially if they want to keep picking that Varus, you have to keep it safe. You cannot let these big, tanky, engagey guys get onto your Varus. So I do like those bans. Karma is going to be the adaptation from Primordial Spire this time, with the Volibear taken away, that they were first picking the other few games. I think they first picked Volibear last game and Seraphine in the first one.
Yeah, Seraphine was game 1 first pick, and Varus and Orianna were the trade-off for that one, which will be taken up again. Presidium not moving away from that in any way. They want to stick to that Orianna, which I don't mind in the slightest. The Seraphine, still a great pick. There's the misfortune that we didn't get to see in the earlier ones as it gets banned in phase 2, so it must be a favorite for TPS's ADC Glory, so I'm glad to see it. I'm not happy with Karma. I never like seeing Karma. I think that champion should just not be allowed in the game, but the Rel worked so well for them previously. Why not go for it again?
Yeah, I thought that Storm looked fantastic on the Rel. Huge, game-changing fight impact, so love that. And interestingly, no Samira, despite it being up. So maybe they think that they want to save that as a pocket pick, only for the rare occasions here. But yeah, Jarvan on the other side, you're a big fan of the Jarvan. That's going to be coming back, complete with the Orianna for the Blender combo once again.
Yeah, I think Jarvan is probably the most, when it comes to competitive, he's just the most reliable jungler for how everyone works with a Jarvan. Everyone knows how a Jarvan works and how to work around it, and I just think it's very, very simple to just put that into any comp and go, there's our engage, there's our lockdown, there's our CC, and it just manages to work. So I always enjoy seeing people pick that one up. I think it's great. On the bans, Vayne has been banned away this time, so they're kind of scared of some of that true damage coming through. So maybe it's a top lane ban. Maybe they're scared of something. Maybe they want to go Scion or something like that. We'll have to see where that one ends up. But it's a nice change in bans.
Could be like Zac or something for Primordial Spire. Yeah, I don't know. I think the 5 jungle bans really make it difficult. Iconic gonna have to dig pretty deep into their champion pool.
Be Rel.
Could be Rel jungle. You're right. Could be the big flex there. I thought it was Karma mid because that's been super good with Malignance. But yeah, I guess you could flex that all around too. TPS is a very dynamic team composition at this point. You could even play Aatrox mid if you're feeling super spicy, but their last pick should be coming through in just a second, and then we'll be able to piece everything together. Wukong. So they're just these non-stop bruisery, tanky guys that fly in there and knock people up, or start off the fight, you know?
I kind of like the Wukong here. It has a decent one, but the Garen coming through, the GOAT, the God, the champion I absolutely despise seeing on the enemy team, because I know my top laner is going to die to it repeatedly. It's just a champion that is very, very strong, does a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I want to see them do well on it, because I do like when it kind of creeps back into the Vanquisher League, but I don't have a favorite comp going into this one. I like the Misfortune Wukong Rel. I don't like Karma. I like the Jarvan. I like the Orianna. Seraphine Ashe doesn't scream winning bot lane for me. I think their PSE are going back to their safety kind of style.
Seraphine Ashe has some interesting synergy, but we can talk about that when we get in the game. Let's go ahead and load onto the Rift here. Let's get this one underway. Oh, we need another 30 seconds. So yeah, no, we can talk about that. So yeah, of course, Seraphine E roots on slowed targets, right? So you just tag them with the volley. You get that nice, easy root there. They're kind of sitting ducks. You have that big outrange with Ashe as well, fully outranging Misfortune even when they're standing still. So you can get those nice free trades. I think that Seraphine also provides great team fighting utility with the healing and the shielding. So much shielding on the side of that team comp. So yeah, anyway, let's go and get in the game now. Now we're ready. We've waited out the spectator delay successfully, and here we are.
Finally going to jump in and see how this one's going to go. I'm kind of hoping that it's not going to be any early shenanigans, just the usual wards that we have seen from these squads. I don't want the game decided this early, so I'd like to see them just keep it nice and simple for now. But Iconic and Capitai, they're going to meet head on here.
Iconic, he's starting with that Nimbus Strike, gets that quick slap onto Capitai. It will be returned quickly, but Mantra Cube puts a little bit more damage into the PSE jungler. Probably got a Mana Flow Bands proc as well. Obongo's pretty happy about that, I bet.
Yeah, they should be pretty happy with that one. There's nothing surprising me too much in terms of kind of any summoners I'm seeing there or any runes. Maybe the first strike going into lethality for the misfortune. Lethality into this team, does it do enough here for them?
I really don't think so. You cannot damage through the Garen and Jarvan combo fast enough alongside all the shielding. You really need that sustained damage. So I think Glory's preying on a huge bullet time to carry through these fights and kind of delete the squishier targets, but that the TPS team will have a hell of a time dealing with Garen.
Yeah, it'll be a difficult one for them, but Glory's going to start up with those double taps and those bouncing bullets and try and get some pressure in the lane. Glory playing very, very aggressive styles with the Kai'Sa, the Samira, and then Misfortune wanting to step into waves to get those hits off. Really looking forward to seeing more of that from them. On the other side, Chaos and Alpaca with those slows, with those advanced tech Seraphine. I still don't think they have the power to kind of take control of this lane, as it has been Glory and Storm usually on the pushing front and looking for those ganks under the tower and looking for those dives. So we'll see more of those. But on the top side, Flamingo seems to be getting the better of Jolts for the moment.
Yeah, he's got a ton of early damage, just front-loaded in that 2 ability combo. A level 3, maybe Jolt starts coming a little bit further alive, but yeah, I think Flamingo, alongside packing that Ignite, will have the edge for this early game. Interestingly, the junglers are pathing to opposite sides this time, so we had the Jarvan go blue Gromp, red, potentially looking for this early gank. Instead, he's going to start up the Krugs. Okay, so got the fast level 3, but still clearing around top side. I think probably doesn't see the gank opportunity for top lane just yet. Meanwhile, Iconic on the bot side could team up with Storm's Rel to make something happen.
Yeah, try and get something going, but right now we just see that full clear kind of style coming through. Capitai is top side while Iconic is in that bot side. We're going to see a slight change. You usually see that everyone goes top nice and early for Iconic to try and get something onto Flamingo, which has worked in the past, but Capitai gets the first gank. The silence comes through and flashes burned. Capitai not quick enough to get in there with the flag and drag.
If that flash had come in just a second sooner, if that auto attack had silenced Jolt, he would be unable to flash away and would have been knocked up and just dumped on. But speaking of getting dumped on, Alpaca Bowl is the one taking the brunt of the damage down here in the bot lane. Nice stun. Will root up Iconic. Chaos chase him down. He's got that ghost ready. This Ashe, the slows are so oppressive in the early game, especially with the lethal tempo stacked up. On the top side, they managed to make the dive happen. Jolt didn't quite leave. They just stacked at the wave and came back.
Yeah, this is the worst feeling as a top laner. It's like, someone please come and help me, but there's no one available. It's a nice, easy pickup, and look, it's unfortunate. Jolts is just getting bullied this game, and it's a change of pace, right? Usually it's Flamingo getting bullied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, consistently, Flamingo's been the one being taken down by Iconic in these early ganks, but this time Iconic's completely changed focus. Could not really make anything happen. Wukong, of course, with no CC, just some big damage here. Wasn't able to lock down Chaos and Alpaca enough, and so for the time being, PSE finally has the lead in the early game.
Yeah, things we want to see. We want to see them taking some sort of advantage with them. Always being red side, you expect them with the counter picks to get something going, and Flamingo finally getting some pressure, able to get that first kill. Might see Flamingo finally put down the raid boss style that is Jolts. And so we're looking around the lanes now. A lot more CS, obviously, for Iconic, who's only had that one sniff of a gank, while Capitai's been sticking around to try to get their top laner ahead. We'll see Capitai head towards those grubs first. Ed and Eddie. This might be a change if they can get grubs first, right?
Yeah, the both supports are starting to come up here. Iconic just waiting in the wings. He's going to now stealth in, sees Kapitai, and will just immediately start hitting him. Jolts is here first alongside Storm. They're going to stun up the Jarvan. He's knocked up. He's jostled around. He's shielded, but it's not enough as Iconic flashes forward and takes that kill. Presidium, meanwhile, zoning Obongo out of the fight. Storm and everybody else are still attacking these grubs, and they will get 2 of them. So they prevent 6 grubs from going to either side. 2 of them go over to TPS. Kapitai only managing to secure 1.
Yeah, so that is a slight change. They're contesting a little bit earlier. They're trying to get stuff going a little bit earlier. It's a nice change. Kapitai now back to 1-for-1. Iconic picking up their first kill. Usually they have 2 by this stage, so we'll have to see how that one continues. But this is still probably the closest matchups we've had in Vanquisher. We're not going to talk about that week, the first week you came where there was reversals in game 2. We're not going to talk about that. That was a messy week. But in this one, they're both very, very similar in kind of how they play the game. It's just a macro sense is slightly ahead for one over the other, but they don't seem to build up massive leads. It always seems to be very, very close throughout it, and I feel like this is probably the best matchup we've seen so far in terms of teams, and I really hope that this is a best of 5 we get to see in the future.
Yeah, I think a best of 5 between these teams would be amazing. I like the adaptations so far. Like, Iconic's Volibear has been difficult to shut down. I don't want to say they look a lot tamer right now in this Wukong, but it's definitely not these 2-0, 3-0 starts at this time that we've seen in most of the other games. So, slowing down the pace of the game. Junglers are a lot more even this time, despite the farm differential. Dragon, that is going to be the next focus here. Got to see how Chaos and Alpaca Bowl want to approach this one. I think they can easily get the prio. It's going to be Kapitai starting it right up.
Yeah. Look, I'm getting the vibes that Kapitai just prefers Drakes over Grubs. I'm not sure if you're feeling the same way, but they just seem to keep going for these early Drakes over Grubs. Like, this time they managed to get 1, but this seems to be their main play. They like setting themselves up for Drake win conditions, and it might not have worked out for them in the past, but they're building it up, and maybe this is one of the things the team wants to try and solidify as their style for the future. There's still a couple of weeks left. They are definitely locked in their playoffs, so maybe they're trying out new styles. Maybe they're trying to set themselves up for different win conditions in the long run. We don't know exactly what's going through the draft for the teams right now, but I know that I'd be trying to win regardless. But this seems to be a little bit different from what we've seen before. But Flamingo, you got to be careful.
Yeah, Flamingo getting chased under his turret. Iconic can't make it in. Cyclone available, but not used. Flamingo will get that ward there. Are they going to try that dive play? Bullet time comes out. Chaos has to flash away. They're ticking down with the ignite, but no more damage. Great flash from Storm to avoid the Cataclysm. Going up from Kapitai. Meanwhile, Iconic's going to be stealing away the jungle on the top side after that failed gank on both sides of the map. It's just going to start taking away these resources. Kapitai looking to do the same thing. They're both going to take each other's red buffs.
Let's see. Both junglers just vertically jungling, taking each other's camps, doing the normal things that junglers do. Mm-hmm. It's such a quiet game. I feel like, I don't know, there should be like a dance number in the middle of this game or something, just something to freshen it up.
We need some type of like Mario Party mini games, like, I don't know, like roll the ball over the enemy team and then you get a free Baron buff on one member, something like that. How about that for shaking up League of Legends?
They've
Nexus
done enough.
Blitz, yeah.
Oh, Nexus Blitz, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Fight instead.
I like that. Thank you, production. Beautiful suggestion. Yeah, what if we played Nexus Blitz instead?
I'd like a Nexus Blitz tournament. That'd be fun.
That would be pretty great. I would really enjoy that too. Maybe somebody should put that together next time. They have this fun game modes out. But for the time being, Kapitai takes the Scuttle Crab. I think it's going to be the Grubs next up, but Iconic is here once again. I will say Iconic has had a great head on their shoulders about being at objectives, about making sure to always show up and try to contest them, even if it's looking a little bit unlikely this time. Not able to get the manpower they need. Storm is a little bit slow, but now they are here. The Cyclone is packed up and ready to go. Jolts will steal away the Grub just with that Q right there. Storm with the Magnet Storm onto 2 members. Will open this one up for the Wukong, but the Shockwave pulls back too. Jolts is still pretty big. He's trying to chase down Alpaca Bowl. He manages to get that kill. Jolts in the Cataclysm, trying to stay alive, trying to heal through it, but he cannot make it happen. Flamingo, the Demacian Justice, barely missing, but that's okay because we've got the flag as well to shut down that kill. Bongo and Iconic, the last 2 survivors from TPS. They're going to start moving to the bot side. Good response there. 3 grubs taken. Looks like it's 3 on both sides all around.
Yeah, very messy fight overall there. And I feel like there's definitely some things there that could have went better. But look, the grubs have been evened up. So big change there coming through already. I'm very surprised with how well Iconic is doing on this Wukong. It's a pick I didn't expect to do quite as well as it's doing right now, but I think Iconic is just good at these early games and getting themselves into the right positions. It's definitely something we're going to have to keep an eye on as the game goes further and further, but Iconic is definitely showing up, and I want to see more from them on some of these picks because everything they play is an animal, so I kind of want to see them play Udyr.
Udyr, yeah, he's like the manimal, the combination there. We could get the Kindred going. I know you love that, but yes, more of these bestial picks. I think they've drafted particularly well around this Wukong as well. The supportive mid laner kind of helping him stay in these fights. The big engage coming out from Storm also assisting the Wukong and just kind of going ham, tearing up the opponent's, the PSE composition. So I do like that, able to get pretty deep. And it's difficult to peel them off. All you've really got is the flag and drag. If you spend Shockwave doing it, it's pretty tough, right? Difficult to really punch through. So should continue showing up, should continue doing pretty good. Dragon's going to be coming up in 30 seconds, and that's going to be the next thing to watch. Bongo forced away, but Capitai's on the hunt. Not going to find it.
Yeah, those Ash arrows, you can see them flying across the map, and Capitai is honing in on them, constantly following them, but Iconic might be in trouble here.
He gets flag and dragged up. Capitai's got the Conqueror, got the additional extended combat stats going on. Forces Iconic away. I think with 14 seconds left on the Drake, it's not going to be possible for the Wukong to make it back out in time. They're just going to have to give this one up. Unless they want to fight it with half HP, I think this is maybe not the play here. But Obongo's TP'd in. Jolts is coming up from the top side. Seraphinos with the high note will hit, and that's a big Magnet Storm 2 straight in the bull time. They're making it happen, but the Cataclysm hits a few as well. Glory flashing forward will land the Q on a Chaos, who's ticking down. The Ignite doesn't quite land, though. Chaos on a sliver of HP. Storm the entire time goes down to Presidium and Capitai. Jolts zoned out by Flamingo the entire time. Neither top laner got to participate in that fight, and it looks like it's even on both sides, but we have the respawns coming in. Alpaca Bull's coming back down. Bongo still forced out. The Dragon goes over to PSE, who have come out on top.
Yeah, their team fight's looking a lot better. Their target selection looking a lot better as well. They're playing these fights incredibly well now. I'm not sure what happened between this game and last game, but they just seem more confident heading in now. Chaos also staying alive in the fight is also very, very important. The positioning is better. And yeah, I think Kappa getting around, getting the Cataclysm off onto the backline just completely shaped that fight. Like the engage from Storm, the bullet time from Glory, exceptional. But once Glory was jumped on by the Jarvan, everything fell apart. And just really, really good work from them there to set themselves up. Very happy with how things are going.
Yeah, they're looking much, much better, I would say, than even last game. This has been really clean. Capitai's got a good head on him for these like heads-up plays, these big flanks, these things happening. Like the proactivity here, and how much pressure he put on Iconic to force him out of that. The Glory is just standing there. They're pretty fast. I think they get out of that. Yeah, no Cataclysm quite yet. Capitai staying here just to make sure his bot lane can take this turret. The mid lane, we had a solo kill. What was this? All right, Obongo. Is this just a shockwave to bring him back in? He's going to take a lot of damage. Yeah, Orianna does some damage. That's a character that does damage. And just continually hit Obongo with the abilities.
Yeah, you love to see it as Capitai now putting more pressure onto this bot side. Going to open up that tower. Start to get that static gold rolling here as we see Glory and Storm are trying to step up here and get something. They want to try and collapse onto this, but they don't have Iconic anywhere near. Iconic's actually running towards that mid lane. I feel like there's a bit of there's a bit of displacement going on right now for TPS. They're kind of lost a little bit in the sauce here of where they need to be on the map.
Yeah, I totally agree. Especially after Obongo goes down, you're kind of like, okay, well, who gets mid wave? Who kind of responds to this bot lane play? I bet if Obongo was still there, it might have been easier for them to come down and help prevent Jarvan from stealing away those camps. But at least Iconic is there. All the while, of course, they got the Rift Herald. Iconic and Jolts took that one down. So 3 games, 3 Rift Heralds for TPS. They're really making it work this time. Iconic has it, so maybe it won't spawn in the base this time.
Maybe. We'll see what happens. Iconic.
Cross our fingers.
Yeah, cross our fingers that it won't just walk down mid lane and hit the tower and do absolutely nothing. If it's 3 mid hits in a row and it doesn't take the tower, we'll be starting to get worried. But Capitite, look how aggressively positioned they are right now as they're jumping straight onto Glory.
Yeah, Glory already taking a ton of damage. The Asphalt misses, but he gets the cleanse anyway. Hey, that's pretty worth it if you ask me. The tower is about to fall. Bull time gets opened up, but it will not do enough. Capitite able to slam down on to that Misfortune. Iconic trying to make something happen to the backside, but just gets torn apart by the remainder 4 people. Jolts popping the World Ender. Will try to get some more headway to this fight, but he's just going to get slowed down. He's flashed away, but it's not enough. Chaos flashing forward as well. Really getting aggressive here. Flamingo as well. And now TPS have just completely fallen apart at the seams. Dismantled by PSE as the mid lane tier 2 falls and PSE walk away victorious. Or well, they'll try to at least. Obongo, can he get this kill onto Capitite? Can he open this one up? Nope, he gets the flash though. Now they'll walk away victorious.
Yeah, now they walk away with the win. There was a moment there where someone was walking with the medal, like, yeah, you've won, and they stopped and it's like, oh no, what's happening? They got chased down by the Karma, the medal wasn't arriving, but they get it. They're in a great position from this point on, and look, I think they've put themselves in a position they haven't been in before. They're usually behind in kills. They're usually kind of looking for opportunities to break back into it. But I'm cautiously optimistic that with Presidium having the lead they have now, they should be able to get something in Flamingo. That's 3 people surrounding you. You shouldn't be able to live through this, but you have an Orianna, so it's fine.
Yeah, you got the Orianna. You got the lethal EMF dealing damage as well, and so that's really it. Flamingo getting that nice clean kill. I don't think that TPS is going to be able to contest this dragon very easily as it comes up in 40 seconds. Baron not yet up either. But yeah, this Garen is going to start to get very menacing.
Menacing is definitely one word to put on it. I think everything surrounding the Baron this game has been absolutely insane, messy. But Baron, it's going to be important. 2 minutes, but we also have that mountain coming up. Not my favorite Drake, but I'm sure Flamingo and Capitite be very happy with that one to be able to keep themselves tanky and healthy and more shields. Could be good for them, but early TP coming in here. Joel's going to join this one. They want this fight. They want to absolutely eliminate them from getting this soul point, but Flamingo is ready and waiting. Will get warded out though. So
yeah, Flamingo, okay,
Laura's
dodges
not here.
away from the Q. We do have the Herald charge onto the bot lane turret, putting a little bit of pressure onto that, but Flamingo just stalwart, standing against the oncoming engagement here. It's a Magnus Storm on the backside, but Glory, he's flashing over the wall. Now he's got the bullet time to follow that one up. And this one could be completely different. Great flash from Glory to try to make this happen, but it's a 3-man Cataclysm into the shockwave. Hits him like a pillowcase full of batteries on Halloween night. It's a triple kill for the Orianna. They're gonna come home and quadra kill, excuse me. Can they chase down this pentakill? I don't think so. Jolts is way too fast, way too tanky, too far away. Dragon is going to be opened up. That's 3 Drakes. And again, another huge winning fight. Puts the gold lead up to 6k.
Pillowcase full of batteries?
Yep.
Do you want to like explain that one? Is that like a personal antidote?
Yeah.
Something happened?
No, it's just I've heard about it. You know, you have the
You've heard
pillowcase
about.
on
I think
Halloween.
I need to take out the therapist chair and delve into your past because there's some PTSD, double AA stuff going on right there, like Duracell, fucking batteries. What like? I'm
So you got
confused.
your pillowcase on Halloween. You get your candy, right? You're getting your candy. But what if you filled it with
pillowcase?
something destructive? Huh? Yeah, and then you and then you hit somebody with it, and you're taking them out. That's what the shockwave did to TPS.
What if you
It took him
gun
out.
to Halloween?
I mean, I don't know. Not all Halloweens are the same, right? What if you have a dangerous Halloween?
Halloween is like an Irish kind of thing. It's one of our pagan festivals, and you've just told me that you hit people with pillowcases filled with
See,
batteries.
well, that's the point. You're not supposed to, right? That's what makes it. That's what makes it
Oh.
unexpected. All right, and
Over.
another shockwave only hits one this time. Yeah,
Oh.
unexpected. Exactly like that pick right there. And this Baron getting started up right now. They're gonna try to coin flip this one again. Iconic can slide in here. Maybe he can make this happen with the Cyclone, but that's a great knockup on Jolts, trying to set this one up. Alpaca Bull staying safe. Chaos also kiting this one out. They're going on Presidium. The Oriana is the prime target. They're healed up by the Seraphine, but it does not last much longer. The shutdown goes over to Jolts. Instead, Iconic, still alive, but not for much longer, cannot take down Alpaca Bull. Capitai the entire time, zoning out the mid laner and AD carry. Bongo trying to run away here. Definitely loses 1v1 to Chaos. Glory showing up. He's got the bullet time though. Oh, the Ash is rooted out. It will land. Magnet Storm pulls back Capitai. That's a lot of shielding onto the MF. Glory turning this one around. Alpaca Bull cannot finish this one off either. Just barely does it with an auto attack. And Chaos is the name of the game. All the while, Flamingo's been split pushed into the bot lane. He gets that turret. He gets that inhibitor. I guess you take those if you're PSE.
Yeah, we'll take those. I'm still on this pillowcase thing. I'm not
You're
gonna lie.
still on it. You're just completely stun locked.
Like, I've heard like a sock full of soap, you know, like I've heard of stuff like that.
Uh-huh,
know?
yeah.
Like that's prison stuff. But just like I can't get it into my head. Just like, how do you fill a pillowcase with batteries?
You go to the
Who
store.
has that many batteries?
You go to the store and you buy the 16 pack of AA batteries, and it gives.
I'm gonna go and watch June 2 with Chris. Like, I'm gonna go with the graphics guy and just disappear from this. Like, I'm so confused right now. But regardless, really good team fight coming through from
For sure.
TPS. They pulled this one back from what looked like a very dangerous position, but the Baron has been started once again as Flamingo gives nothing about it as he's going, nope, Jolts is mine.
Not
Again?
quite. Mistimes
No.
the ultimate. I think one more tick of ignite, maybe one more auto attack would have helped that one out. But he's relentless. Look at him. He's fast. All the way in the base. He's not giving up. Baron goes down over to PSE here. Cyclone not in there in the back. Doesn't. He had it. Didn't pop it. All right. Well, he just goes straight down. Iconic going straight down. Baron buff on the super creep wave in the bottom side. Flamingo, I don't think there's any way they kill him either. He's just invincible. He's just going to run out of there. Not even Storm can lock this guy down. Gets the stun, sure, but it's going to stand there. It's buffing up the wave. Roots channeled. Minions hitting the mid lane turret here. Yeah, PSE, they look great. They look like they've got this just about. That's the Cataclysm. Glory has to flash out of it. Capitai is going to get kind of slowed down, disrupted. Bullet time hitting 4, but that's a raw bullet time. Glory's getting disrupted. Has to
Wasn't enough
stop the channel
batteries
on
in
that
that
one.
pillowcase.
Yeah, not enough batteries in Glory's pillowcase. They've collected too much actual candy there.
I have to get away from that one, but nice conservative play coming out from them now. They're not going to overforce here. They know they've opened up 2 inhibitors. They know they still have Baron buff. They have time to play with. They have just 50 seconds until that Mountain Drake will spawn. And they're looking to hit them with the full AA arsenal, everything that's in the local recycling center into multiple pillowcases and making sure that nothing can affect them here. I'm going to tweet about this
Full
angrily.
barrage. Go ahead. Yeah. You know, maybe we can get them upgraded at 9 volts if they get 3 items on Ash eventually, right?
Wait, do you not
Imagine
call them
that.
AA batteries?
Yeah, AA, but the 9 volts are the big square ones, you know? Imagine if you had like 50
the
of
ones
those.
that,
That'd be
the
pretty
ones that
heavy.
if you lick the top of them, you get the little shock off them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you ever lick a Nintendo Switch cartridge before?
I was told not to.
Yeah,
when I bought
apparently
my
they
Switch.
taste bad.
Yeah, they're designed to taste terribly so kids don't eat them. So every single adult that was handed one went, oh, right, and then immediately like
Oh,
that.
I'm gonna try this out then. Yeah. For real. Didn't personally try it, but I've only heard the stories, so. Either way,
It's
yeah,
the
licking
classic
battery.
don't press this button and you just go, oh, and then immediately press it.
Yeah.
Or it's like that image
Yeah.
of the guy with the death note. And it's just like anyone's name you write into this line, he writes his own name really fast. It's those
No.
ones.
That's not good. All right, yeah.
Death
Mount
Note is
Soul.
hilarious. It's a really
Mount
good
Soul,
anime.
baby. We got that big shield coming in. I think this makes Seraphine W always heal if they are shielded up, right? But I guess if they have the shield, they're not taking too much damage anyway, so maybe not that helpful. I don't know. But
Misfortune's W?
cool interaction. Oh, Seraphine W.
Okay, I was wondering if second you were talking about Misfortune's W, which will stay up with Mountain as long as the shield persists.
Oh yeah, that's cool, but unfortunately Misfortune.
They got it all wrong. That should have been their entire design, to keep Misfortune at max speed.
Yeah. Imagine if you could just be full speed all the time. Maybe when you press W, you get it for like 2
You mean
seconds.
Old Bloodthirster? Don't remind me.
Yeah, oh, that was sick. I love Old Bloodthirster. They ruined it. It's a shame. Either way. Now we got the assault on the top lane turret. Let's tune back in here. PSE has just completely run away with this game. There's nothing that they can do to stop Flamingo either. He's just terrifying. Kapitai in there onto Glory. Will get charmed up. The cleanse doing just a little bit. Bullet time channeled, but it's not hitting too many. Kapitai just full soloing out the AD carry on the back line. Jolt's staying alive with a nice slam down onto Alpaca. Flamingo still alive though, still spinning. Presidium, the last carry, still up. Also takes a slam down to the face. Jolt showed up huge to this fight, finally. And Flamingo actually couldn't get that much done, aside from helping to take out Storm. So the bot lane from TPS fell, but they managed to hold fast. They take home the fight. Incredible.
Yeah, I'm very confused to see how that one unfolded there, because Jolt's was very, very low, very close to going down, and then suddenly I saw Chaos running forward on low health. They died, and just Jolt's just got buffed and buffed and buffed and just kept running forward. And that's not what you want to see. You don't want to be seeing the Aatrox becoming the raid boss that I believe NA have very fond memories of it happening to them at Worlds. Like, it's one of those champions that if it becomes a raid boss, you have a serious issue, and only having one item up until this stage, you know you've been doing well, but now this Raid of Dark multi-build they were doing with multiple components, we won't worry about it. But yeah, I think we have to have a serious conversation about Kapitai jumping onto Glory, not immediately getting that kill, them surviving, getting a bullet time off regardless of how many targets it hits. It done enough to set Jolts up to jump into that fight, and Iconic was able to get in with the Cyclone. There was multiple steps to that they kind of didn't get correctly. Presidium not being in range to help with Kapitai also severely affected them. Exactly, and that's what your entire team is built around. But right now, Alpaca, you were in a dangerous position there.
This is probably the last place you want your Seraphine support to be standing, but luckily it doesn't really matter. They have the moral support of Kapitai and Chaos right behind them. Gonna be able to just muscle forward here. They've got this Mountain Drake. They're gonna push through, attack this bot lane inhibitor, which has respawned after Flamingo took it out initially. Flamingo, of course, putting full focus onto the top lane. No Baron buff makes this a lot slower, a lot harder. Very difficult for PSE to actually crack this now. But Flamingo, okay, just doing a lot.
The way they're splitting this map up right now just offers them so much agency when Jolts can't join those fights. With the bullet time also down and Kapitai only going down half health, this is a really bad position for them.
Yeah, he's going to flag and drag straight forward. Jolt's on the top side, 1v1ing Flamingo Storm. Magnet Storm only hits Kapitai. It's going to be pretty bad. The Cyclone hitting the two frontliners. Chaos somehow is frontlining as well. Going to get completely destroyed there. Kapitai destroying the enemy AD carry back in turn. But Presidium and Alpaca, they've stayed alive the whole time, and they're going to be able to take over this fight. Flamingo won the 1v1 as well on the other side, and that's going to be all she wrote for TPS as PSE, the Primordial Spire, or sorry, Pride Stalker Esports are going to be the winners here in this best of 3.
Yeah, great work by them there in the end. They managed to make game 3 look like their easiest game, when I feel like their comp was probably their weakest out of all the selections, but they managed to make that one work a lot better than they did previously. I think the Jarvan Orianna combo works incredibly well for them. I think Chaos being off that kind of like carrier, more carry style and being more utility worked better for them as a team. So I really enjoyed that from them. I think that was much better. I think Chaos had an absolutely incredible game, and I think Flamingo got to play the game better when they got that help from Jarvan early, when they got that assistance to put themselves in the lead. I think that could be a much more direct path to a victory for them if they work harder through that top side when their bot lane plays so well weak side.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Chaos's Ashe, it did what everybody needed to see. I thought it was definitely tons better. Glory definitely had some great bullet times, but really tough when you're lethality MF versus these strong frontliners that just dive into you, right? So yeah, great job from Pride Stalker. They're gonna be taking it home this time. Do we have an interview coming up, production? We do have an interview coming up. The Twitch chat is begging for it. So which one? Solarian?
Yes, that's the mid laner Presidium. So we'll take a very quick break and
okay.
we'll be back in just 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere.
Yes.
Hello, folks, and welcome. Hope y'all had a wonderful evening watching some pretty crazy games of League of Legends. I know I had a lot of fun watching this. It was pretty darn insane. And I have got Presidio, the mid laner for Primordial Esports Gamer, here on the interview desk. I am Shargan, and let's go ahead and hop right into this, Presidio. How does it feel coming out of that Game 3?
I mean, it feels good. I think, earlier in the season we lost to Dorado, which is a grave sin, and all of us would be executed for it. But after that, we kind of reorganized ourselves, and it felt like today we kind of made up for that curse, so to speak.
Yeah, it did seem like a little bit of a cursed second game. What happened there exactly?
Honestly, I played like a goddamn coward. I think I built like I wasn't the best player in the lobby. I think we egoed a little, letting the Volibear up.
Mm-hmm.
They brought out the Volibear. We hadn't seen their jungle play it before, so it was a bit surprising, but we adjusted in game 3. We got it done. It's no problem.
Certainly is, and I do see Kapatai out there. He is hyping you up pretty heavily. He's calling you the best mid laner on the server, so I guess you did get a chance to redeem yourself in that game 3 with the quadra kill, so
Yep.
you can still hold that title, I think.
I mean, honestly, every other mid laner in this league, kind of bad, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think I'm that good at this game. I think most of you guys are kind of scared. And the one person who's not scared is Prim, who's busy picking like Gragas mid and playing Graves ADC and stuff, so whatever. I guess I take the title.
So that means that you think RDG next week should be an easy game.
I mean, if you look at the RDG that was, having 50-50 wars against 0-4 teams, I think we beat those guys 2-0 in an hour. But maybe they're tired of that lifestyle and we can have a really good series. I hope so.
Hopefully, I mean, that's certainly some spicy words right there, some fighting words. So I think next game is going to be an absolute banger. Looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some highlights from that match. I'm sure folks will be sharing the clip if it's not the one that ends up getting streamed. But at the same time, you got anything you want to say before we close it out for the evening?
I mean, thank you to all of the broadcasters. Thank you to my teammates. I'm super happy to be able to be here and to play for this team. And hopefully we see Primordial again in the playoffs. They're a pretty good team. I respect them a lot.
I wholly expect y'all's best of 5 to be one of the most grueling fights to come out. I just know that it's going to go to a game 5. Each game's going to be at least an hour long, and we're probably going to end up streaming it, and I'll be the one broadcasting. So thank you for the lack of sleep that night already.
You're welcome. I mean, hopefully we'll give them some lack of sleep after that one, too.
All right, folks, that's going to be it for our broadcast. Stick around. We're going to end up raiding somebody here momentarily. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the Vanquisher League for Titan Esports. Thank you, ProComps, for all of your support. We greatly appreciate it. Just remember, folks, have a great night, and we will see you on the Rift.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. 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 We're gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We're gonna live forever, forever. talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh, oh, oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You'll see it through. You'll see it through. Hey. You'll see it through. You'll see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever,
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door.